Man, this year our garden is so poor. It's been really dry, hot. That's a zucchini, and I've been busy, and it needs some stuff sprayed on it. We're out here getting the weeds picked. But you see, the garden's so bad, the poor woodchuck has to come out and eat the weeds. He's eating the weeds off that weeds. Well, I'm filming it there, but you could come over and look if you wanted to see it too. Well, no, I wasn't. But that's pretty pathetic when the woodchuck has to come and eat the weeds. See that one there where he ate the top right off of it? He also did a good number on that little row of beans right there. Oh yeah, and those over there he's been chomping on. Little bastard. Well, I gotta get to work or get whipped. Go, 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 Mrs. Bluegill. Go, Mrs. Bluegill. Pull those weeds. But it's not a real great looking garden this year. It's just too dry. Here's that comfrey I've talked about. Pick some off, send it out to Dawn, Southpaw Bushcraft. Even the stinking Japanese beetles eat that. Stupid things. But, oh well. Cucumbers, they're starting to blossom a little bit. Those she's watered. She loves cucumbers. Those are radishes, but they never formed a real radish you could eat. I think they're the female plant. That's what they are. You know, that'll be woody, that thing. That's just a squash plant that grew on its own. I don't know what it is. Look at the leaf hoppers in there, but I'm getting some 7 mixed up for them. I will spray them because they will wipe you out. My horseradish, that's 2nd year horseradish. Blueberries, they're starting to turn. The plant that had them. This one didn't have any this year. There's a sorghum. You can eat that. It grows like tons around here. I don't know what that is, if that's a weed or a plant. A couple more cucumbers there coming. Up here I have pole beans. A raised bed we didn't get done. And those are sugar pumpkins. I just stuck them in there because the beans didn't germinate. Up here's my, oh my God, look at that. There's a chili pepper right there. I didn't plant chili peppers. I planted all jalapenos, but I guess I got surprised on that one. There's one. There's a sweet pepper here almost ready to eat. Another one there. That chili pepper's a surprise. I don't eat them that hot usually, but they're really cool to look at when they turn red. I hope they get a lot more. And I don't eat them, so I don't plant them. That's that raised bed. I gotta get it filled with dirt. Due to the amount of rabbits and woodchucks, everything we grow is going to raised beds. Now these were winter squash. Now I'm gonna go down close. Why I plant winter squash here is I put these raspberry plants here. And weeds grew in them that went to seed, and it just saturated this place with weeds. You can't keep up with it with a hoe. So I put in these squash plants. These aren't too bad spaced out here, but a lot of them didn't germinate. It was just so dry they didn't come up. Then it got too late. Those are a few more cucumbers here. Aren't doing much. They just didn't get enough water. A few weeds, they do well. Yeah, they don't seem to need to drink. I think that's there is a like a can't think of the word I want. Waltham squash. There's a healthy weed. Man, they can grow without water. Look at the root structure on that bugger, and I got that one. I didn't get that one. That one will come back. Those are more sugar pumpkins. They're a nice, tasty little. Oh, look at that! I have to get that picked. These are zucchinis, but I got to spray these plants. They're just full of leaf hoppers. I know some of you are saying, you shouldn't spray, but you got to get rid of them or they eat your plant. Well, thanks for watching. That was my garden tour. There's elderberries there, and that's a wild black raspberry plant, black caps, I guess they call them. We do pick them and eat them. They grow around the buildings. my grapevine. Second year. Well, thanks for watching. Like I've said, this is the saddest garden I've ever grown. Poor germination on the seeds. It just was a poor, dry year, and I don't water a whole lot. It isn't worth it. The end result is not really worth it. We have rodents, we have rabbits. One just ran across the yard. It's too far away with this GoPro if I'd had it on. And I got insects eating those zucchinis. That's this little garden plot here. We have several. But at least we got the weeds out. I'm gonna put the big tiller on, do those areas. I was gonna put some strawberries in down there, but it was so dry this year I didn't bother. Wait for another year when it's wetter. The tomatoes don't look too bad. They're not as good as they should be. We have watered them some. We do use a hose a little bit, but I put the pails under the eaves of my barn, and I catch the water, and then I bring it over here and she waters them as they need it. But that's the tomatoes. They look, you know, they're not too bad, but they have been watered some. I'll get over here, and we do some herbs. Not as many as usual. Well, I was working more this year than I normally do. And my wife works. And as you all know, there's a time constraint. That's chives. I split them this year. Probably wasn't a good year to do that. Rosemary. That oregano came back on its own. And those sunflowers did too. I don't know if a bird dropped in there or what. I didn't plant them. This sage, this is the third year on that plant. We usually don't get them to come back on their own. That they don't do that for us. And I just was looking to see if this is still recording. We have those stinking things, Japanese beetles. You put a trap up, you seem to get more. It's an attractant for the males, and they are attracted. My mint, right there, that's all curly mint. Geez, something's eating that.